Hello students, good morning. It's me, Teacher Chienna, and welcome to the first week of July. Alright, so for this month, we're still going to do our online learning, and I hope everyone is safe and everyone is still enjoying learning at home, alright? And we have different topics to be learned, and before we start our discussion, let us all watch this video.
Hi kids! What do you want to be when you grow up?
A. Astronaut. A.
B. Ballerina. B.
C. Conductor. C.
D. Doctor. D. E. Engineer. E.
F. Firefighter. F.
G. Gardener. G. H. Hairdresser. H. I. E. Illustrator. I.
J. Jockey. J.
K. Karate instructor. K. L. Librarian. L. M. Musician. M.
N. Nurse. N. O. Optometrist. O.
P. Pilot. P. Q. Queen. Q.
R. Race car driver. R.
S. Scientist. S. T. Teacher. T.
U. Umpire. U.
V. Vet. V.
W. Waiter. W. X. X-ray technician. X.
Y. Yeah. Yoga instructor. Y.
Z. Zookeeper. Z.
Alright, so welcome back students. I hope you enjoyed the video. And now let's start with our discussion. So as what I mentioned, today we are going to learn about community helpers, okay? So these are our community helpers. So a community service worker provides personal, social, physical, emotional, mental, and political services to disadvantaged groups and individuals within communities. So in other words, these are the people that help us in our needs in social, physical, emotional, mental, and political services. And also, community service workers may assist entire communities on a large level or work with specific groups like children or the elderly. All right, so it doesn't limit, or they don't limit the people that they can help, but they can help everyone. Okay, so they help children, the elderly, and other types of people. All right, so here are the different community helpers that we are going to learn today. All right, so let's start with number one. Number one is the doctor. Everybody say doctor. All right, so a doctor is a qualified practitioner of medicine and a physician. So when you say a doctor, usually you can find them in the hospital. Okay, so usually if you get sick, if you have any symptoms of sickness, you go to the hospital. And of course, the doctor will help you diagnose or tell you what are you going through if you have illnesses or sickness. All right, so again, everybody, this is a doctor. Okay, where can you find a doctor? You can find them in the hospital. All right, next one. Number two is me. Number two is teacher. Okay, so a teacher is a person who teaches, especially in a school. Okay, so other word for teacher is an educator. So a teacher, usually you can find them at school. They teach the students, right? Like me, I'm teaching you at school and of course online. Okay, so number two is a teacher. Okay, number three. Okay, I'm gonna talk slowly. Okay, number three is policeman. Can you say it? Everybody say policeman. Okay, so in other words, policeman or policemen are people or men that are members of a police force. Okay, so usually if something bad happened to you, you go to them, you tell them what happened to you. And where should you go if you want to see a policeman? Usually they're everywhere, but there's one place where you can find a lot of policemen. You should go to the police station. Okay, so in the police station, that is their place. You will find the policeman in the police station. Okay, next one. Number four is the partner of the doctor. You call them the nurses. Okay, so the nurse or nurses. So these are the people or person trained to care for the sick or infirm, especially in a hospital. So the same with the doctor, you will find the nurses in the hospital. Okay, so usually they are the ones who take care of those who are admitted in the hospital, who are sick and being operated. They help the doctor, or usually they are the assistant of doctors. All right, so they work in the hospital. The same with the doctors and nurses. Okay, number five. As you can see in the picture, there's a fire. Okay, and there are people trying to put off the fire. What do you call them? Number five is the fireman. Okay, everybody say fireman. Or others, they call them firefighters because they are the people who fight for the fires. Okay, so a person who fights fires, they help put off the fire if there's a fire in town, or if your house in fire or the building is in fire, they are the people that you should call. Do not call the doctor because the doctor cannot help you. Do not call the teacher because the teacher cannot help you put off the fire. It should be the fireman or the firefighters. Okay, so for firefighters, you should be really brave because you're gonna go to a place there's a lot of fire and you are the one who's gonna put off the fire. So yeah, who wants to be a firefighter or a fireman someday? Raise your hand. Okay, next one, number 6. Okay, so those people or you kids, if you're really good in cooking, you can be a professional chef. Okay, everybody say chef. Okay, so where can you usually find a chef? You will find them in a restaurant or in a hotel because chefs are professional cooks that typically the chef cook in a restaurant or hotel. So if you're in a very expensive or let's say a normal restaurant, if it's called a restaurant, you will find the chef. So they're the ones cooking or the chef cooking or they are leading the people in the kitchen of the restaurant. Okay, so number 6 is the chef. Okay, so who wants to be a chef someday? Okay, next one, number 7. Number 7, okay, you will find them on this in the street, and you call them as the traffic enforcers. Everybody say traffic enforcers. Okay, so I'm gonna read it to you and then I'm gonna explain. So traffic enforcers play a vital role in maintaining public order and safety in our roads. So as I mentioned, traffic enforcers, you will find them in the street or highways or roads outside of your house, of course. So they are the ones maintaining the order, okay, so that there won't be chaos in our roads, and of course the safety of those who are driving, okay, and of course they properly train traffic enforcer coupled with the best practices in the enforcement of traffic laws will ensure a safer road for the public, particularly to motorists and pedestrians. So they are the uniformed people that you can see on roads or in the street. They are the ones giving you signals if you are driving. They are the ones giving signals if you can go, or you have to stop, or you have to wait, right? So usually they are in the middle of the road. So it's a very risky kind of job, right? So if you want to help order and safety in our roads, then you should be a traffic enforcer. Okay, so again, that is a traffic enforcers. Okay, all right, number 8. Okay, number 8 is one of the noblest profession. This is what you call the soldiers or army, right? So these are the people who serves in an army or in the military. So they are in a different group of people who serving the country. They help and protect our country from terrorists. And they should be, if you want to be a soldier someday, you should go to a nice school and you should be trained really good, because they're gonna put you in some places where you are gonna away from your family, and of course you're going to protect the country, right? All right, so if you are really brave enough, you can be a soldier. And of course, the last one, I think this is the dentist. Okay, so a dentist is also one of the medical professions, right? Okay, so a dentist is a person qualified to treat the diseases and conditions that affect the teeth. Okay, so it means your teeth. The dentist focuses on your teeth and gums, especially the repair and extraction of teeth and the insertion of artificial ones. Okay, so I'm gonna explain. Doctors and dentists, they are different. Okay, so doctors help you with your sickness and you can find them in a hospital, the same with the nurse. But the dentist, you will find the dentist in a clinic. Okay, specifically you will find them in a dental clinic, because they are in a different medical field and they focuses on your teeth, right? So if you have problems with your teeth, and if you have cavities, or if you need braces, you need to go to the dentist. Okay, because they are the people or the person that is qualified to treat the diseases of your teeth. Okay. All right, so very easy. That would be our discussion. And now let's go to our review time. Okay, for our review, very easy. Just guess what kind of profession or what is the name of the community helpers that is being shown on your screen. Okay, so let's start with number 1. So number 1, it has stethoscope. You know this one? This is what you call the stethoscope. And they have a white gown, and you will find them in the hospital. So what do you think it is? Is it a doctor or a soldier? All right, so the correct answer is the doctor. Okay, again, you will find the doctor in a hospital, and they are helping you if you have illnesses and sickness. Okay, number 2. Number 2, there's a board and there's a woman, and it seems like she is teaching. Okay, so what do you call the person who goes to school and teaches the students? Is it a nurse or a teacher? Okay, so you call them a teacher. It's me. Okay, so if you're teaching at school, you call yourself as a teacher. Okay, next one. All right, so it has a chef hat, and it seems like this person is in the kitchen. So what do you call this person? Is it a chef or a nurse? Okay, the correct answer is chef. Very good. So you will find the chef in the restaurants and hotels. Very good. Next one. All right, so this one, they have the stethoscope also because they know how to use a stethoscope, and it's a girl, and usually you will find them also in the hospital, but their duty is to attend or help or assist people who are admitted in the hospital, and they are assisting the doctor. So what do you think is that? Doctor or nurse? They are called as nurses or nurse. Very good. All right, next one. What profession is this? This is a policeman. Very good. Okay, so it is a policeman. And this one, how about this one? They have a hose and there's water coming out. And if there's a place that is on fire, you should call them. You call them as fireman. Very good. It's not a doctor, but it's a fireman. Okay. All right. So good job. Good job, students. That would be all for today. And I hope you learned something from our discussion about community helpers. And I hope it helped you to think about whatever you want to be in the future someday. All right. So I hope to see you all again. Thank you so much for participating and listening. And see you all in our live online class. And thank you. See you all again. Bye.